So what is the difference between risk and issue? Now this is the topic and I'm gonna give you the from the perspective of right. This is the topic many people normally get confused about it. So I will try to make it as simple as it is possible. Risk always talk about future, something that has not happened yet. That is the first thing. Issue, it has happened. Now, risk can be positive or risk can be negative. Issue is always negative. For risk, we put the risk register. For issue, we put into the issue log. So both have different documents. By the way, if there's a new risk or new issue, we can put in them. There is no CR. So that's something common. No CR needed to put in risk register or issue log. Okay, now comes the most important difference. Risk is probability into impact. For anything to be risk, you identify before happening. Before happening, this is important. As I said in future, even you identify 1 minute before. And second thing, very important, both of these conditions are critical. You have a plan for it. If there is something you identify and you don't have a plan for it, you will not update the risk register. Okay, so you identify and make a plan for it. So for example, you identify a risk and now the trigger of the risk occur. The risk response will be done by risk owner and you will update risk register. And then you will check residual risk, remaining risk, and secondary risk. I'm not updating issue log, I'm updating risk register because I need to evaluate residual risk and secondary risk. Okay. Anytime throughout the project, a new risk is identified. New risk means it is identified before happening. No need of CR, just update into the risk register. Now, if the response needs to change the plan, for that you may have to raise a change request. But to put in the risk register, we don't need to raise a change request. Okay, what if something we did not identify and it happened? We did not identify, and it happened. It will go to, we did not identify and happen. It has happened, so issue log. So we will identify why this was not identified before. We will raise a CR to handle that issue, and that step I will tell you actually how to handle the issue in a minute. Okay. Second thing, you did identify. You did identify, but you did not plan for it. Or your plan failed. Plan fail means you don't have plan. You will go to issue log. As a summary, whenever something happened and you don't have a plan for it, the first thing, and the question says the problem has happened, and what you would do first is always put into the issue log. Then you do the root cause analysis why it was not identified before, right? You should have identified it now. And then, if needed, raise change request. Once it is approved, you implement, of course, you update the issue log, you implement change request, update issue log, and communicate everybody according to communication plan. Then you update issue log again. Like once the risk is identified and once the issue is identified and once that is solved, we need to update the issue log. Now, if that issue can reoccur in current project, like something that may happen again may happen, we update the risk register in same project, reoccur in Same project, I update the risk register. If it can occur in future, we'll update lesson learn register. As a general, all all issues that you have solved or identified, you will always update the lesson learn register, which will later go into lesson learn repository and OPS. Lesson learn register is for the future project, not current project. If something can happen again in your current project, you will update the risk register. So this is the difference between issue versus risk register. I hope this makes sense to you. If you have any question, put in the comment box, and please do like it wherever you are watching. If you are watching at YouTube, please subscribe so that I can make more content. This thing actually motivates me. Thank you very much for listening.